As you've probably already guessed from the title of this video, today I'm going to be talking about helpful hints and tips and advice, hopefully, around sitting exams. At some point I'll split the video and we'll have half this week and half next week because otherwise it's going to be too long to... But before I start, I suppose I should just clarify that I'm just sharing stuff from my experience of taking GCSEs, so the only qualifications I have to share what I'm sharing with you today is the fact that I've been there and done it myself. I basically just, whatever I say, don't take it as fact. This is what helped me and my friends. Maybe it can help you. Exams, yeah. Fun times. I was homeschooled all my life, and in the September that I was 16, I went to the local college just to do maths and English GCSEs. So I went 2 evenings a week, and it was absolutely my decision to do that. My parents pushed me in no way at all to make me do them. I approached them about it in like the February or March of that year, saying this is what I want to do, and they were like, oh gosh, really? Right, okay. Is it even possible? So we went to a few opening meetings, we found out that it was, and I enrolled on the courses, and I did them. And then the Easter holidays came. I was worried about sitting my exams. From a youngish age, or at least a young teenage age, I didn't really have any confidence in my abilities, my academic abilities, and I just was like, I'm never going to sit any exams because I'll fail. I was a very optimistic person, you can tell. So I guess I was just scared because I was like, if I don't do well enough, I've got to come back next year and do it again, because to me, I wanted at least a C in maths and English, or I was going back to college to do it again. And by this point, I decided to do double maths. But here's my first thing I want to share. One night I was in English and I was having a rubbish night or a rubbish week, I don't know what, but I just didn't want to be there. I'd had enough. I didn't want to take the exams anymore. I just wanted to quit, but I didn't. I was the only person in maths and English to get 100% attendance record for every single class, which was pretty cool. Anyway, I was, I didn't want to be there, and probably gazing around the room thinking about everything other than English, and I saw this printout on the wall. It had a quote on it by Muhammad Ali. It said, "I hated every minute of training, but I said, don't quit. Suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion." And I wrote it down in my book, and I read it again to myself. "I hated every minute of revising, but I said, don't give up. Study now and live the rest of your life with good grades." That's my first piece of advice for you, is just give it effort, give it your best, everything, because if you know you've put in as much as you can put in, then that's all you can do. And that leads to another piece of advice, actually. I sat 6 exam papers altogether, and before each one, because you go in and you sit there and you're not allowed to open it for like however long it takes for everyone to come in and for it to get to exactly the right time, because all over the country people are doing these. So I would sit there, and there's not a lot to think about other than the paper that's before you, and I'm a Christian, and I believe in praying, and I believe that God answers prayer. So before each one of my exams, I would sit there and I would be like, okay, Lord, I give this paper to you. You know how much effort I've put in. You know how much I really, really want a good grade. Please help me to do my best, and help me to be satisfied with whatever the results are that I get. So basically, I just surrendered every single exam paper to God, because He's the one that's given me the brains I've got. He put me in this country where I can get the education that I've had, and everything's in His hands, so I just gave them all to Him. And He helped me through them all, and sometimes I'd come across a question and I'd be like, oh, I can't do it, and I'd be like, okay, Lord, I really need your help on this, or, God, I did revise this particular thing and now I'm struggling, or whatever, and I would just talk to God throughout the exam, because I can't exactly talk to anyone else. And He got me through them all. I think I've said enough for now, so I'll be back next week with some more hints and tips. See ya! Excuse my phone.